Grandmaster Horton here. I get a lot of questions about how you balance between, weightlifting, strength training, being martial artist, being flexible, being fast. How do you keep it all together? How do you carry muscle and still maintain that flexibility and speed that you need in order to be a good martial artist? And then still condition the body in terms of making sure the knuckles are strong, the feet are strong, etc. I'm gonna make it real simple for you. Cycle your training. You can lift weights, but you don't lift weights 12 months out the year. Even professional bodybuilders don't do that because that wears your joints out, particularly as you get older. So the first thing you have to understand is when you lift weights, decide what you're trying to do. If you're trying to build mass, you want to add more muscle, you're trying to lean out, you need a bodybuilder program. A lot of resources for seeing that. If you're saying I need to build strength, nobody beats powerlifters. Those are the strongest people you're going to encounter outside of strongman competitions. We'll get to that in a minute. Strongman competitions, that's where a very specific set of lifts are done. I would not recommend that for the martial artist. High chance of injury risk. Those guys lift some incredible weights and do some crazy stuff way outside our jurisdiction, so to speak. Then you have weight training. Cool thing about weight training is you basically are using progressive resistance theory and applying it to the movement for the athletic endeavor that you're trying to accomplish. What does that mean? It says, look, this is a 20-pound dumbbell, okay? I want to develop a strong rising block where when somebody strikes at my face, I can rising block and make sure that arm moves out of my face, or better yet, learn the interpretation of the rising block, which is if someone punches, you block, get under the arm, bring up the second rising block under the chin and knock them off balance, setting them up for that hard punch. So what do? I take this 20-pound weight, I take my basic stance, and I'm able to rising block, or come off the backside. Rising block, rising block, rising block. Same thing, outward block, downward block, rising block. Now that's a 20-pound weight. You can progress the resistance how you want. The other thing is keep in mind the type of movement you're going to be doing. As martial artists, we're going to do everything from jumping, we're going to do switching fighting stances. So one of my favorite exercises when you're talking about something as simple as switching a fighting stance or jumping is this. Okay, we're all set up here. These are 100-pound dumbbells. You can see that for yourself. 100-pound dumbbells. What I'm gonna do is grab them and instead of squatting, practice for what I plan to do, which is jumping. So I gotta make sure my feet leave the ground. You watch with me. Grab my dumbbells, squat down, jump. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, that was only 15. Normally go to 20, but I don't want to spend the whole video doing that. You can see that weight. Not my imagination. So, grab 100 pounds each hand. Start off with something manageable for you. Might be 20, 15, 25. Be consistent. So, to sum it up, you want to know how you get strong, big, muscular, still be fast? Practice, training. You want to keep it interesting. You don't want to get bored training in martial arts. Too much variety. That's the beauty. You don't have to just be a grappler. You don't just have to be karate man. Just have to be one thing. You can be everything. So cycle your training. One day, say, you know what? I want to put on about 20 pounds. Spend 4 to 6 months lifting weights. Be focused. You know, that's all you got to do. Then at the end of that time, spend 2 months. Make sure you're doing jumping jacks, running, practicing your kata forms, kumite. And then you say, you know what? Now I want to strengthen my skills. I want to make sure when I hit, when I block, when I move certain things, it lays them out the way it's supposed to. Then you do the weight training. Now you have the foundation. Calisthenics, that's going to keep your heart going. Internal health, very important. You can look good on the outside, still be messed up on the inside. So make sure that you're doing that also. So cycle your training. Always keep ab work in there, very important. No matter what type of training you're doing, you're hitting the weights, you're running, doing the jumping jacks, whatever else the case may be. Make sure you're cycling it so that you keep that heart healthy. Respiratory system is healthy. You can breathe. This is one of the cardiovascular exercises I like to do. A lot of sit-ups, hanging leg raises. I'm gonna show you one more thing. 3-count jumping jacks. The way you do a 3-count jumping jack is you say middle, left, right, middle, left, right, middle, left, right, middle, left, right. You see it, left, right. That's footwork, timing, coordination, cardiovascular. Make sure you're knocking out a couple hundred sit-ups. And the best thing I can tell you is train for real. Be intense. Don't do what's easy, because what's easy is what everybody does. If you want to be everybody, do what everybody does. You want to be something special, you make sure you do something special. And remember, your body only changes because the body you have now can't do what you're asking it to do. So your body will change. So if you can sit there and curl a weight 20 times, your body's not going to change, because that's easy. When I post videos of me lifting weights, everybody wants to be armchair expert. Oh, I read magazines. No, you're supposed to do 12 or 15 of those. That weight's too heavy. You need to this and that. Dude, I got a room full of trophies, state titles, everything else in bodybuilding, natural. And I competed in the divisions where nobody in there was natural but me. Still smashed them. Why? Because I'm not scared of the weights. That's like saying the only way to become a better fighter is to fight people you can already beat. That doesn't make you a better fighter, it makes you a bully. Same thing. The only way your body's going to change is you say, you know what? I can only move this 6 times. Try not to go below 6. But if I keep working with it, I'm going to get the 10. But if you knock 20 pounds off of it and do 15, you'll never be able to work with that heavy weight and take it from 6 to 10, because your body is not going to adjust. That's natural progress. That's what's called progressive resistance training. So hit the weights 6, no more than 9 months out the year. Let your joints recover, let them recuperate. And the beautiful part is, when you take extensive breaks like that, your body says, you know what? Haven't had to lift weights in a while. I'm gonna back off. So you might lose a little bit of size, a little bit, not a whole lot. You still be cut lean, but your body will lose some size. That's good. Because if you gain 20 pounds and you lose 7 pounds, when you go back to it after 3 or 4 months of rest, your body's going to gain 15, 20 pounds again, because it's all going to be new. So you constantly make that progress. But the main idea is, know your goals before you start. Be consistent, be intense, work hard. Challenge yourself to go above and beyond what anybody else says is normal. Study as much as you can. Read the magazines, read the books, talk to people in gyms. Everything you can do to learn. Be open-minded. And ignore people who are not trying to help you make progress. If everything out of somebody's mouth is, you shouldn't, don't, that's not good, oh man, that ain't nothing, ignore them. Because something must work for somebody. Everything can't be bullshit, except for the guy talking. Grandmaster Horton, hopes this helps you guys answer your questions a little bit. If you have any other specific questions, you know what to do. Leave a comment.